From Priestley Salon, and this is the first hair tutorial that we're doing. We're going to show you how to recreate the salon perfect straight hair at home. This is my model Joey. She's got really long hair. We're going to be blow drying this with a paddle brush, with a good hair dryer with a nozzle to direct the hair flow and get this as straight and as smooth and as shiny as possible, and also how to use the straighteners correctly and professionally at home to give you the best finish without damaging your hair. That'll be okay. So, get your hair dryer. You need to get your paddle brush deep in at the roots, full heat, full speed, the hair dryer aiming straight down the head. So you get the brush in, the nozzle down, full heat, full speed, keep the nozzle quite close to the bristles and down the hair shaft, smoothing the hair as you go, all the way through to the bottom of the hair, giving you the ultimate smoothness and the ultimate shine. Section under the hair, and then we're going to work up the hair in layers, okay? So get yourself some good sectioning clips, some clamp clips, draw in your section, take the piece of hair, just let down what you need to dry, something about 1 inch thick to 1.5 inches thick. Pin that right up out of the way, so it's really clear which hair you're going to be drying next. Nice neat section. Just got a little bit through there which we're going to dry next. And again, hot heat, hot speed, straight down the hair shaft, as smooth as possible. So we finished the blow dry now. Just to recap, we started off taking sections about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick, starting underneath, working up the head and working around the head. We had our hair dryer on hot heat, fast speed, with the airflow going straight down the hair shaft to smooth out the cuticle, to get it as silky as possible. We've got a pretty good blow dry in there, as a finished look. There are little bits of static and frizz here. I'll show you how to get rid of those afterwards. We need to put the straighteners on here now to get a really good professional finish on there. It's exactly the same sectioning pattern as we did with the blow dry, starting underneath and working up. Now there's a couple of little tips what I need to show you how to use your straighteners correctly and efficiently, and so you don't damage your hair at home, and we'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so like with the blow dry, we're just taking sections starting from underneath. You don't want your hair sections to be too big when you're using the hair straighteners. Now, unless you want to keep volume in the hair. Now, if you want to eliminate volume, you need to take smaller sections of hair. We don't want this to be completely flat to Joey's head, but we don't want it to be big either. We just want a nice, sleek finish. on the hair. So I've got a neat section in there. Make sure you give the section you're about to straighten a really good comb through first. You don't want any knots in the hair whatsoever. Now, if there's any knots in the hair and you put the straighteners over it, it's a very good way of breaking your hair and causing a lot of damage. So I've got my comb in close to the roots. I'm putting my straighteners in, closing my straighteners, and I'm following my comb all the way reasonably slowly, but always moving right to the tips of the hair. That's as simple as that. Don't be going over the same hair over and over again. You're just going to dry your hair out and ruin your hair. Give it a real good comb through, check it's combed through, the hair straighteners in, from the root, keep it moving all the way to the tips. Don't mess about with that section now, just let that cool down, let that set, and that'll stay as smooth as it is now. The next section, I'm taking practically to the top of the ear on each side, and again I'm clipping everything right out of the way just so it's really clear on the section of hair that we're working with. Once again, check for knots, comb those knots out, straighteners in, and always follow your comb. The straighteners follows the comb. Right to the tips. Finished straightening Joey's hair as well now, so it's nice and smooth. We've done the blow dry, we've got the straighteners through there, root to tip, you know, really shiny, really glossy. Now, there are, if you look closely here, some static hairs still on the parting, okay? Now, all we need to do with these, if you want to get rid of those, is just spray some hairspray on a tissue and just run that over the top, and that's a great tip for getting rid of baby hairs and static and frizz on the top of the hair. I'll show you that now. A good hairspray, we're using L'Oreal Infinium. Spray that onto a tissue so it's damp, not soaking wet, and all you need to do now is just run it. See the baby hairs? There's like a little magic cure, just there we go. That solves all the problems of the baby hairs right there. And the other finishing product we're using is just a little bit of serum, a gloss serum, to add even more shine on the mid-lengths and the ends. Again, with all serums and oils, less is more, just a small amount, mid-lengths and ends only. Keep oils well away from your root area. And just run that through, coating every strand to define that shine. And there we have our finished look. Yeah, so the finished look with Joey, as you can see, is really sleek, really shiny, ultra glossy, a beautiful colour in there as well, and a nice shine. Do you want to just give us a little turn around as well, Joey, just round to one side? All the way around again. Fab.